Omega-3, another essential, guys. Everybody should be taking omega-3, whether you're a mom, you're a dad, you're fat, you're skinny, you're whatever. It doesn't matter, guys. Omega-3 is so key. Omega-3 is so key. All right, guys, hopefully you can hear me. We're over here at 24 Hour Fitness here in Orlando for a posing seminar. I probably just got way too close to the camera. I just realized it's a 50 millimeter lens. But we've got my client V here, who is going to be getting ready for her first figure competition. And I actually haven't seen her ever pose before in person. So seeing it makes me proud of all the hard work we've been putting in. And we trained back earlier this week, which is major for figure, having lats, and she's actually able to flare her lats out, which is huge. And then also we did quads today, so she's here after a long, hard leg day, getting it in. So it's exciting stuff. I think I might try to jump in and get a little bit of feedback on my posing, because right now we're 7 weeks out, starting to get tight, so we kind of have a decent look of where we're at, and we got a few good judges here, as well as Tim Gardner, and I'll be doing his show in 7 weeks. So let's see if we can get some feedback. Yeah, so guys, went to the posing seminar, and man, there were some good athletes there. This guy is actually about 3 weeks out from Universe right now. He looks super sharp, super tight. I think he's going to do really well. Even exchanged Instagram, so I'll be keeping up with him. And then got into some men's physique posing. I think he looks amazing for classic. He's got the legs. He's got a great size. He could jump into men's physique too, probably clean up really well. Universe is such an extremely tough show, though. So, man, just go look at the recent contest photos on the NPC website. If you go to NPC News Online, or you type in like NPC News and you type in like Universe 2023, or you type in like Tampa Extravaganza, or you type in North Americans, that's how I like to kind of decide my shows. Not necessarily that like, oh, this is an easy show, I want to go win. No, man, like I want to just kind of see what the competition looks like, you know. And man, there were some stellar athletes there last year at the 2023 one. So that's not in the cards for me right now, making that show 3 weeks. Definitely not 3 weeks out, guys. We're 7 weeks out here, rolling into 6 weeks out. This was Friday night, and got to work with some of the awesome judges of NPC Florida. There's Leo. Yeah, man, we got some critiques on the posing. And overall, it was a great time out there, man. I was out there mostly for my client V. It was a long drive out there. It's about 3 hours from Tampa. Pretty much any time you drive from Tampa to Orlando, expect to spend 3 hours in the car, and like at least 2 of those hours in traffic. But yeah, I got to work with Leo directly, one of the NPC judges here in Florida, at pretty much all the shows in some capacity, whether he's judging or he's at the show, besides the ones where he can't be in 2 places at once. But he's a great dude, just loves to help out. Former competitor himself. I believe he's retired, but IFBB pro. So he knows what he's looking for, man. He works with competitors. He's a judge, so he knows what to actually look for and how to improve someone's posing. And guys, like some of these judges are the ones that we'll be getting in front of in the next 7 weeks, 7, 10 weeks. So getting direct feedback from the judges now is pretty awesome. So if you ever have the opportunity to go to a posing seminar, take advantage of it, man. It's direct feedback. And then, this is where we're at, guys, for 7 weeks out. I'm really happy with everything, and I'm really happy with a lot of the feedback that I got, because this is, man, I'm making this my year, man. Like I am going to show up on that stage proud of my package. And, a lot of work goes into this, guys. It's not just something that happens in, 12 weeks. This has, been in the making for a long time. And you got to just love it. And there's hard days, but you got to just get through them. You got to push, and great things will happen. So I appreciate everyone staying tuned with my journey. If you aren't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, hit that bell notification button, and let's go ahead and get on into the rest of this week's video. All right, guys, so getting up this morning, we did weigh-in, we checked in and sent over the check-in to coach, and we are getting ready for AM cardio. So I got Vasoburn. This is on the abs, lower back. Now, I feel like this stuff works. To what degree, I don't exactly know. I really just like the smell of it, and it's a good ritual for getting out to do your cardio, because once you got the stuff on, like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna waste. It's not cheap stuff, so you can just wash it off, or you can get on your cardio and start sweating. And you will notice as you pull your shirt up after cardio, you just see a bunch of ab veins coming through that aren't there necessarily right now. So here's where we're at though, man. New low weigh-in this morning of 178.4. Just finished cardio. I found my Sqeem, which is like a waist trainer, corset type thing. So I threw it on, and it kind of helps that cream soak in better because you're just sweating, so it can't go anywhere. So let's see what the midsection looks like after 45 minutes of the bike. Time for a shower. What is going on, guys? 6 weeks and 5 days out currently. I already did cardio this morning, which, guys, we're at, well, we'll get to that in a second, where we're at with cardio and all things. Let's go ahead and talk first weight. So I weighed 178.4 this morning, guys. It's been a minute since I've seen the 170s. I believe on Saturday or Sunday, I weighed like 179.4, so we came down another pound. I'd have to look back at my last week's check-in to tell you exactly what we were last week, but I know we're down like 1.5 pounds or almost 2 pounds in the last, week. From Thursday, I remember I was 181.4 after the refeed, so we're down 178.4. We're down 2 pounds, man. That's 2 pounds right there. We're making a move, and I'll tell you what, after that refeed, I did get hungry. So as you saw in the last video, if you're not watching my videos, you need to go back and watch them, because we're making a movie here. But, yeah, in the last video, you guys saw me kill, like, I don't know, what was it, 8 times 4, 28 pieces of sushi in a matter of what seemed to be like 2-3 minutes, because I just threw it up at the end. But, yeah, guys, so that definitely sped me up. I was hungry, and, yeah, I'm at a pretty good spot. So here's what Coach's feedback is. He says, very good drop in weight, and you're right on track for 6 weeks and 5 days. He says, no diet changes for now, and we may do a refeed this upcoming Thursday. Now, preferably, I would kind of just like some more carbs. I would like some English muffins. I would like some bagels, or like things like that, like jam or jelly, maybe some extra rice, something like that would be really nice right now. Sushi was good, but like the Sake House is not my favorite place to go to for sushi in Tampa. It's kind of one of those like last minute things, and we winded up going there last minute because they're open till 2 a.m. But me and Diana agreed that like if we go out for sushi again, we're going to Kanji, which is just, that's gonna be our spot. That sushi is so clean. It's just the qualities, there's different grades, man. If you know sushi, you know what I'm talking about. There's different grades of sushi. Here's the rest of the changes. So, like I said, we had a big drop. We're going to go ahead this week and add in Clen at 40 micrograms, taken with the Yohimbine pre-workout on cardio days only. Coach says to feel free to start with only 20 micrograms 2 to 3 days before going up to the full dose, because jumping straight into 40 milligrams can be a bit nerve-wracking. Clen is, I'm not really a huge fan of Clen. Like, I really like to not use it if I can't. But it is a necessary part of prep that really does help preserve muscle and keeps the cardio going. Coach also wants to add in some supplements. So I'm going to talk health supplements in a little bit here, but we're going to go ahead and add in some other supplements that are going to support health in other ways. Coach says I'm adding in glandular thyroid sup called Thyro Boost to make sure we keep your T3 production in a good place while on low calories. This will be very beneficial since you will be doing 2 shows and will be be on lower calories and high cardio for a longer duration. Take 2 caps every day fasted. So something to support the thyroid. Just having something to support it is going to be necessary for how long we're going to be in prep, man. This is going to be a long season. We got really like, it's 46 days, I think, till Tampa, and it's like 70 or 69 or like 71 days until North American. So 4 weeks out, coach wants me to add in a supplement called Court Ease. I actually just added this supplement to one of my clients' plans. Court Ease, we're going to go ahead and use that to pull back stress and inflammation. We will take 2 caps before bed to improve sleep and to help drop water weight. When you're inflamed, you're going to carry water, just, inflammation. Your body's response to fight off the inflammation is to retain water. And it's just not a good look for your physique. So we want to come in as crispy as possible. And just having like high stress it's a part of prep. It's just a necessary part of prep, but doesn't mean you just ignore it and you just go high stress and you hate everybody in your life and you hate every part of prep. You have to just manage it, and it's just part of managing it. Whether you are utilizing compounds or not, in a dieting phase, dieting is tough, and the body does get stressed out in your training, and it's just a necessary portion. So we're going to go ahead and add that. Coach says it'll help improve sleep, help me drop water, and we'll triple the dose at 4 days out to pull back more acute stress on the body to create a more dry look. That's like the best part. Once you've done all the work and you're kind of just resting and eating carbs and, having those last few days, they go by so slow, but they are a good time at prep. Now, cardio, we're 6 times a week, 45 minutes on the bike. I did that earlier this morning. I do it fasted if I can. Macros are still at 205 protein, 188 carbs, 40 fat. And the changes to the PEDs is we're adding in Clen. Steps are still 12K a day. Prep cycle is the same otherwise. And then there's a lot of the supplements we'll be doing. So that is about it, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get my next meal in here in a minute. Okay, guys, so here is everything that I currently take for overall general health, cycle protection, things like that. Everything's going to have their own kind of purpose in here. So let's just start pretty much right to left. So we've got vitamin D3 plus K2. D3, good for energy, good for mood, essential. Most people are deficient in it. Now, vitamin K2, what this is going to do, guys, is this is going to pull calcium, because vitamin D3 is going to increase your calcium, your bone mineral density, and things like that. So what the K2 is going to do is make sure it actually gets to your joints and bones and isn't collecting in your arteries. You do not want a high CAC score, okay? So next we have Tudca. Tudca, now this is commonly paired when you're taking like oral steroids, possibly SARMs, possibly prohormones, things like that. I'm not on any orals right now, guys, but this is good for bile production. So this actually helps you digest fats better. It keeps your liver healthy, keeps you detoxed. And I take 500 milligrams of this a day. So that's 2 pills. I feel really good when I take it. Just don't drink it with soda. Otherwise it'll start fizzing up and it's nasty burps. The stuff is strong. If you smell it, it's strong. Now, this is a PE Science Versalite. These are electrolyte sticks. I've actually never opened this one because I'm not really a big fan of the black cherry flavor. But I do take an electrolyte powder. I just don't have it in front of me here. It's something I take during my workouts to stay hydrated. Next, we got Mag GP. This is magnesium glycerol phosphate chelate from PE Science. I take 400 to 600 milligrams of this daily, guys. Another mineral that people are very deficient in is magnesium. If you're stiff, if you're tight, I've talked about this in multiple videos, you need to be supplementing magnesium. If you can't sleep, if you have digestive issues, if you're constantly fatigued and sore, there's just a million reasons. And there's over like 500 or 400 or some number of functions that magnesium is responsible for in your body. I can't name them all, but I can give you the major ones. Like if you're not taking it with D3, you're not going to actually absorb your D3, so those are always in together. Next, for kidneys and blood flow, I've got Astragalus. So I take 2,000 milligrams a day. That's a very low dose. 4,000 to 8,000 is the ideal dose. But once again, no orals in the plan right now, so Once those go in, I will up this a bit. We do have tren in, so it's also something to keep in mind. We have masteron in. So go ahead and begin upping this over the next few weeks. Here's another supplement as well, Apigenin. This helps potentiate certain things. A little bit more of a specific supplement that I'll get more into later on, but it can help potentiate your supplements as Apigenin, and it also does some things with sleep and relaxation. Omega-3, another essential, guys. Everybody should be taking omega-3, whether you're a mom, you're a dad, you're fat, you're skinny, you're whatever. It doesn't matter, guys. Omega-3 is so key. Omega-3 is so key because our diets are high in inflammatory fats, okay? If you're eating a normal American diet, it's going to be high. Not even an American diet. If you're eating pretty much any diet that's not a bodybuilding diet or a health-focused diet, you're high in, those inflammatory fats. If you have cheat meals throughout the week or, I'm not going to say, guys, that everybody is a bodybuilder, right? Everyone's not a bodybuilder. Everyone doesn't do this, for a living or does this in the capacity that I do. But this is just one supplement that is going to make a difference. It's not something you're going to start noticing that next day, but give it a week and you're going to just feel better with your joints. You're not going to feel as inflamed. You're going to sleep better. Your skin's going to look better. Your hair is going to improve. And if you were to look at your blood work, you would probably also see that your blood markers improve and your inflammation does go down. I take a pretty good dose of that. I take 8 of those a day, and I've got them in these little jars too that are just cute, simply. That's about it. Next one here, guys, is Nattokinase. So Nattokinase plus serrapeptase. There's also some calcium in here. What this does is helps prevent blood clots. So blood clots, about that thing that people were taking over the last couple of years, and there's been reports of athletes and things like that having blood clots. Bodybuilding, it's a more extreme sport. So this helps keep your blood flowing. It helps break up blood clots if there are any, which not saying that I have blood clots. I hope I don't. I hope I have none developing. But in case we take something like Nattokinase, and I take 1 to 2 of these a day, there are some things like serums, like Nolvadex, Rauwolscine, that can, pretty much any serum can be associated and linked to blood clots. So especially if you're taking any serums, and clomiphene, Clomid, Rauwolscine, Nattokinase, Nolvadex, you're going to need that Nattokinase. Okay, let's set that one aside for now. We've got our last 2 health supplements here, which is going to be a men's multivitamin from PE Science. I've just got it in this jar. I take 3 of these a day just to cover my basic needs. Ashwagandha in here and a few other good things. I wish I had the label, but I don't. But a good multivitamin just to cover the basics. And then a fiber powder. This is from 80 Life, chocolate, Swiss chocolate flavor. Super good. I sometimes throw this in recipes. You can take it and just drink it down, help clear your guts out, help you go to the bathroom, help you stay regular. The last one here, guys, which I was going to mention in my check-in, which is the alpha Yohimbine, the Rauwolscine from Gorilla Mine, which is More Plates, More Dates company, Derek. And I've been taking this maybe 3 to 5 times now, I would say, over the last couple of days when I just got it in. And it's a lot more mellow, I would say, compared to the Yohimbine HCl. I'm not as jittery or panicky taking this as I am with the regular Yohimbine. I still do get some of the same feelings of Yohimbine, but not that racy, jittery kind of feeling. Now, what is the benefit of Yohimbine? Well, Yohimbine is going to block alpha receptors, right? So that's what's responsible for storing a fat. The alpha receptors in fat cells help store fat. So it's going to block fat absorption and fat uptake. And then you have beta receptors, which are going to be targeted by things like clen, like ephedrine, things like that, which are going to liberate and tell that fat cell it can liberate fatty acids. So those are those. I could probably also talk about the L-Carnitine. I would argue that that's also a health supplement. I can also say that creatine would be another health supplement in this stack, but some of these things I would say are a little bit more advanced. But guys, definitely have, if I had to recommend, let's say 3, vitamin D3 plus K2, Mag GP, and at the minimum a fish oil. That's the minimum basic coverage for your health supplement stack. You just need those 3, and you could probably get by and be pretty healthy depending on what you're doing. If you're, at a higher risk, you're using PEDs, you're using SARMs, you're using things like that, probably want to incorporate a lot more of these. But these 3 at the minimum: vitamin D3 plus K2, Mag GP, magnesium, some form, and then fish oil. I'm going to go ahead and link down below where to get these 3 products, southernmuscle.shop. If you use my code MATT_SM, you're going to get 15% off. I believe on the PE Science products, but this is like 10 or 12 bucks anyways, so it's worth grabbing. And actually, I'm running low, so I need to grab some more today. See you guys later on. Okay guys, so got into legs later that day and did some foam rolling. I always like to foam roll a bit to warm up. On this day in particular though, my right knee, when I get to about 6 weeks out, just when I hit a certain body fat, it's usually around 6 weeks out on the dot, it's happened the last 2 preps, it'll just start getting tight, and it's not injured, it's just inflamed. And I think my body knows that after a certain point, like the joints start to feel it a bit. So warmed up as best as I could with the foam roller, stretched the IT bands and the glutes. And guys, if you're like pinning your quads or your glutes, like if you roll those areas out, it's gonna help your gear absorb better. So do that. Leg extensions felt pretty good, but was gonna get into hack squats next, but knees still just felt a little bit tight. It's just my right knee. I always like to get into a deep squat before I ever even get under a bunch of weight. But I added a reverse band to that squat and knees were still feeling tight. So went and did some more adductor stretches and IT band stretches, and then got into some of the work on the hack squat here. Now, this, I did add that reverse band. Typically, I haven't been adding the band, but even then, that right knee is just, it's tight, and it's not painful, it's just tight. So I decided to reroute this workout. So instead of my 2 sets of hack squats, I moved back over to the leg extension and did a hard set to failure here with a pretty decent weight. Went for 20 reps. Just tried to get adequate stimulus. I'm not going to go ahead and just skip a leg day because of like a little bit of tightness. Now, if there's an injury, yeah, you can't train legs if there's an injury, right? But we're not trying to get injured. We're trying to just keep things moving. And we're not necessarily trying to build muscle right now. We're trying to preserve muscle, and being able to preserve muscle means don't get injured. Started to feel okay after those hamstring curls and went on to single leg press and hit these pretty hard. I added some good weight to the stack here, and I was able to pump out 2 hard sets of these to failure, and that was kind of the peak of that workout. Did some adductors and calves after, didn't get those on video, and then later that evening walked on the treadmill. But still, that right knee is just a little bit tight. It's all the steps, it's all the cardio, it's just low body fat. Body catches up. So guys, what's going on? It is Thursday. We are 6 weeks and 2 days out now. And it's Thursday. Thursday is my rest day right now. Last clip was of my leg day, and had a back day on Wednesday after that, which I threw up on my Instagram. If you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Matt Gerard. And if you are following me on Instagram but you're not subscribed on YouTube, guys, what's up, man? Come on, guys, subscribe. I'm going to be putting out content. I have been putting out content, and it's for you guys. And I hope that the people that have subscribed are getting a lot out of it, because this is a fun process for me, and I love this journey, and I want to just take you guys on it with me. So, guys, we're doing our check-in. Already sent pics over to Coach this morning. Coach said we're going to do a high day today, so I haven't even taken a peek at what the high day is going to be. He did tell me it was like about double the amount of carbs that I'm typically getting, so around like 360 carbs. So I just came back. I got a Band-Aid on my arm here. This is from Quest Diagnostics, because we got that E2 test. So the E2 ultra-sensitive lab test, which I can also continue to link down below for you guys to get your blood work. It's super cheap and super easy, and there's just no excuse not to know what's going on inside. Because, guys, if you want to look good on the outside, you got to take care of what's going on inside. Not only look good, but just if you want to feel good too, it's so important, especially that estrogen. So let's take a look, guys, at what the check-in says from Coach. So no video or audio message, but he did write some feedback. So he says, "You're looking much harder in these pics today. Very good for 6 weeks out. And I can see your glutes coming in on the back double pose. Make sure you flex your glutes hard so I can see how deep the lines go and how lean you are. Think about pulling your hips forward and trying to get a full squeeze. This weekend, start 50 milligrams winstrol daily. I have added this to your plan, so start it at 6 weeks out. At 4 weeks out, we will increase mass and decrease test. Follow your new diet today, Thursday. Send me fasted pics and body weight tomorrow morning on Signal, Friday morning. Send me fasted pics and body weight tomorrow. So we're going to do our refeed today. We're going to send pics over. And then plan on having your base day diet tomorrow after the refeed. And then tomorrow send me post-workout pics while you still have a pump. I bet they'll look nasty. So tomorrow is a chest day. Friday chest day. Man, this pump is going to go crazy tomorrow. So I'll definitely get some pictures and videos in the gym tomorrow. It's going to be a good one. Now let's see what we got here, guys. This is going to be what we're having today for the high carb day. Okay, so here's my base day diet, guys, on this first screen, base day, and then I'm going to scroll down here. So typically on my base day, it's 205 protein, 188 carbs, and 40 grams of fat, and then we have a high day diet here, which is going to be going in today. So we're going to go to meal one. So at the top of the page, the way this is laid out, it looks a little funny because my coach has like a pre-workout meal set and then like a post-workout meal set. So if it looks a little funny, it may to you, but for me, like I've been seeing it for so long now that I know what to do. So meal one, coach wants me to do 1 whole egg, 8 ounces of egg whites. So we're bringing down protein a little bit in that meal. I had 10 ounces and some greens, 75 grams of oats, which is 35 more grams that I've been having, and 100 grams of berries. That meal is going to slap all those oats. Hell yeah. Meal two, which is usually my pre-workout meal, but I'm resting today, guys. So I'm going to do 5 ounces of chicken, and it's down from 6 ounces, which I typically do. 240 rice, 75 grams banana. Bam, that's going to slap. Love banana, chicken and rice and banana. Especially if you have frozen bananas. Freeze your bananas, chicken, rice, some spicy sauce, and then you have the frozen banana to cool that whole meal down. It's a hitter, man. I'm telling you, try that. Post-workout, 1 scoop of whey, 75 grams of cream of rice, 10 grams of almond butter, and then 75 grams of banana going in that meal. And then we'll have what would be meal 2, which is technically meal 4, 5 ounces of 96 4-ground beef, 300 grams of sweet potato, man. That shit is my favorite. And then coach also wants me to have 1 scoop of whey with 100 grams of berries, 10 grams of almond butter, and 3 rice cakes. Today is going to slap. That's a total of 2,550 calories, 188 grams of protein, 364 grams of fat, and a little carbs, 364 grams of carbs, and then 35 grams of fat. Guys, I'm going to go eat. I may get videos. I may just get too caught up in eating. I'll catch you guys later. All right, guys. I will try to get as many of these meals filmed as I can today. Guys, got the eggs here. Got ketchup and mustard on the eggs. These taste like it tastes like a burger and fries to me. And then we got our oats here with some berries, 75 grams of oats. And then we got the Splenda on top, extra sweet. I'm about to just hang out, chill, watch a little YouTube, get my feet up for a bit, take a little nap, and then I got some stuff to do later on this afternoon, so we'll pick up at the next meal. I'm going to dig in now. Next meal going down, guys. I am just chilling today and trying to enjoy as much rest as possible. We got 100 grams of berries, scoop of protein powder in here. And then we got us 3 delicious rice cakes with some almond butter on top. I'm going to eat this and go back to sleep for a bit. And then I'm going to go take a hour-long walk, train a client, and continue on the rest of the day. Let's take a quick bite. Let's take a bite of each meal. Protein sludge, guys. Go follow that recipe. It's so easy. It's the best way. It is the way to eat your way. So good. Okay, guys, meal number 3 of the day going down right now. We've got 5 ounces of chicken, 240 grams of jasmine rice, and then we've got 75 grams of frozen banana. Guys, this combo is killer. Also going to be having a zero sugar mug root beer. This is one of the best zero sugar sodas. Diet root beer is doesn't taste like diet soda at all, but this one in particular is really good. I also bought some Orange Crush. Went to the gym earlier, trained had a consultation with one of my clients who's getting ready for a trip he's going on. Wants to shred up, summertime. And guys, I work with not only bodybuilders, but lifestyle athletes, people that have events, things that they want to be in shape for. So always get in contact with me. I don't just coach bodybuilders. I coach bodybuilders because that's the most extreme level. But if you have something that's more of an intermediate thing, an event, a holiday, a vacation, a wedding or something, I'd love to help you out and get ready for that. Or at least get a general understanding of just overall health and nutrition and get yourself to a better version, healthier version of yourself. Now, what else was I going to say? That's right. We also got a ton of steps in so far, guys. So we are at, for the day so far, 8,076 steps. So when they have 4,000 more, guys, and it's only 250, I have a client at 4, so in about an hour, a client at 4:30, and then a client at 6. And that'll be it for the day. And then we got 2 more meals to eat, so I'm going to space those out and have those a little bit later. I'm going to eat this right now. Got YouTube or something on the TV here. Got the blinds closed. Going to try and catch a few Z's before my next client. So I'm going to eat this and catch you guys at the next meal. Okay, guys, it's about 8 o'clock right now. I am having my 4th meal of the day, which is going to be 1 scoop of protein, going to be 75 grams of banana. I'm going to use frozen banana. And then it's 75 grams of rice, cream of rice. I'm going to do rice cakes, guys, because I don't feel like cooking cream of rice, and it's the same macros for 6 rice cakes as what it would be for 75 grams of cream of rice. So going to go ahead and just make that swap. Carbs are pretty much carbs at this point. Now I'm making my protein sludge. So I'm using some of the chocolate PB and Gains. And just added a little bit of water. I have a recipe video on this, guys, on my page. Go check it out or just watch this video right now. So this just makes it a lot more enjoyable way of eating your protein powder. Well, drinking your protein powder, consuming your protein powder. Ooh, I think I just overdid it on the water. You do not want to overdo it because you can't take away water once it's added. So let me see. I'll honestly just toss it out because I need this to be perfect, guys. Even though it's a high carb day, I'm super hungry. Yeah, see, this is just like a little... Let's see. It's not terrible. I'll be able to spread this out over the rice cakes, and then I'm going to freeze it for a little bit. This will be fine. It's a little bit more of a batter than I prefer, but it'll do. Let's go ahead and just do a light taste test. I'm going to throw this in the freezer for a little bit. Okay, that's good stuff. With the banana, that's going to pop. So next meal, 10 grams of almond butter, 6 rice cakes, 1 scoop of protein, 75 grams of banana. Once I get it all prepared, I'll show you guys what we're working with. All right, guys, so we got that protein sludge freezing right now in the freezer. It's going to be the perfect texture by the time it comes out. I'm going to put that on top of rice cakes and enjoy every bite of that. And then we got one more meal after that. We're having a lot of carbs today, guys, so we're going to be sure to get in and stay on top of our water intake. That way those carbs can move through us and get to where they need to go. But yeah, man, it's overall been a good day. The only thing I will say today is that it has been a little bit harder to get my rest. I've been trying to carb coma myself, eating meals and stuff, and it's been a little tougher just getting actually down. And that's kind of natural on prep. What happens is you're tracking your steps, you're tracking your workouts, your macros, you're tracking how many minutes of cardio you have to do, how many sessions you've completed. You're tracking your water intake. It's all this stuff that you're focused on all the time that it's kind of hard to take a zoom out and look at the big picture. And it can be easy to get hyper-focused on things to where your mind will kind of just keep going. So one thing I've been doing on this prep, which has actually helped out a ton, has been to write down some of my gratitudes each day, actually. So when I started this, I've probably got, let's see, I've got about 10 that I've written out so far. So what I'll do is I'll take these sticky notes, and my goal is to write 3 things that I'm grateful for each day, but it's always winds up being more than I actually, than 3. So today, guys, I want to tell you that I'm grateful for having this channel, having this platform, having this outlet to be able to be transparent, open, and honest, and to be able to share content with you guys, and for you guys to be able to follow me and, you know, come along with me with my journey. Definitely grateful for the carbs today, especially. I'm grateful for L-Carnitine. That stuff has been a major game changer on my prep. I don't think I would prep without L-Carnitine anymore. That might be on a few of my gratitude lists because that has been helping me get through some of those hard days. I did see the sunset earlier, and I just was able to appreciate it for the, few seconds, and I thought that was something worth writing down. And then I'm also grateful for my clients and those who I'm able to work with, who I'm able to coach, who take my direction and, trust my guidance and my leadership. Because, look, man, I charge a decent price for my service, but I care, man, and I want to get my clients the absolute best results, and I want to be their one-stop shop for any question and the answer that they need. And I'm grateful to have that opportunity. So these are going up with the rest of them up here, and by the end of this prep, we should have a whole wall filled up with gratitudes. Hopefully, I'll continue to do it after. No promises, just one day at a time, guys. Everything's one day at a time. And we got another meal coming up right now, so let's go ahead and chef it together, and I'll show you guys what we're working with. Thanks for staying tuned so far. Okay, guys, a couple chugs of the jug here. All right, so here's what we got, guys. Let's first take a look at the protein sludge. Came out excellent. This is going to be delicious. And we got 6 whole rice cakes, apple cinnamon flavor with some almond butter, 10 grams. So this sludge is going to be delicious, guys. I'll take a bite of the sludge for you guys, but then I'm turning you guys off, and I'm going to eat this and just try to chill. So I'll give you a score out of 10. Damn. Guys, 9.9. Not even kidding, man. That chocolate PB banana. Oh my God, man. That is orgasmic. I'm going to cut you guys off right now and go eat this and watch some dumb stuff on whatever, Amazon Prime or something. So I'll catch you guys at the next meal. That was delicious. I'm excited. All right, so I don't get copyrighted. Yo, I'll give you guys a peek of this, what this looks like. So we got some of the banana, we got the chocolate mixed with the peanut butter protein, and the apple cinnamon rice cake. Absolute hitter. Dude, it's so good. Guys, I'm watching a show. If you know the show, this is a very old show. It's kind of nostalgic to me. And probably you. Dude, I'm watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, guys, I'm not like an anime person. I don't even know if you consider Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime. I'm not like one of those anime people. I feel like I would probably love anime if I started watching it, and I hear a lot of people like to watch anime during prep. But this is like so low investment for me. I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards growing up as a kid. And, but for now, I've been watching so much bodybuilding stuff, guys. It's like I need a little break. So this is like the most basic thing, like low investment thing that I could like kind of think about. That'll actually entertain me and take my head off of like bodybuilding for a little bit. So I guess that's kind of the benefit maybe to some of the anime shows. I'm not like a big anime person though, but definitely was a big fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And always will be. So I'm going to watch and hopefully try to fall asleep during one of these episodes. Maybe it'll put me to sleep. Maybe that's the secret prep sauce. All right, guys, last meal of the day getting cooked right now. We got 96.4 ground beef in the pan. We got some onion powder, garlic powder. We've got paprika, and we got like some crushed red pepper on here as well. So This is going to be a hitter. We've got 5 ounces and then 300 grams of sweet potatoes, which I already have cooked. But the way I cook my sweet potatoes, guys, is grab a bag of sweet potatoes and pop them in the microwave for 9 minutes. I'm going to cook a little extra because Diana's going to need some, and I think I'm going to eat the ones that we already do have. So get to you once the meal is prepared. Okay, guys, last meal of the day going down. We got 300 grams of sweet potato here. We got 5 ounces of beef, and then we got 60 grams of green beans going in. I got the G Hughes honey mustard on this meal. This meal is so good. This is 96 4-gram beef. Man, my mouth is watering just waiting to eat this. It's so good. However, before I ever eat this meal, I always take a sip of my drink, which we got Crush Orange Zero Sugar. This is another elite diet soda that doesn't taste like diet soda at all. Dude, this soda is so freaking good. Ton of ice. I'll take one bite for the camera, and then you guys, that's just gonna be the end of the video. So let's just grab a big piece right here. Thank you for this food, Lord. And thank you guys for watching. Peace.